Oh, my beloveds, here I be again, Astarius Miraculi, representing Miraculi University. Yesterday, I brought a message around I am so in love with me. And I got so much amazing response from it that I decided to build on this frequency. Somebody reached out to me and said, well, why do you say do it 144 times? And my response is that 144 is a mastered number. However, this morning I had a meditation. See, so the subject today basically is meditation prayer around the mantra, I am so in love with me. And just want to talk to you a little bit about why that is so amazingly powerful. I see a lot of beloveds joining in. I love you so much. Thank you for joining in, all of you beloveds. I love you with the passion of heaven. I am so in love with you. So when we look at the terminology, I am, it takes me back to the experience of Moses being on Mount Sinai and coming in contact with God, communicating to him through the burning bush. God told Moses to go and have Pharaoh set the children of Israel free. Moses said, well, God, if I am to do this, who should I say sent me? What is your name? And the response from Creator was, I am that I am. Tell them, I am hath sent you. So I am is one of the most profound names of God. God has many names and answers to all of them. And I think the most precious one of all is I am. It's the most universal. And also, it is the name of God that is shared by all of us in the family of life. Just as every being in a family shares the same last name. In the family of life, we share the name I am. So when you say, I am so in love with me, it's also like saying, I am is so in love with me, because I am is the name of God. It's like saying, God is so in love with me, and we know that's truth. And when we are in the awareness that God is so in love with me, it makes it a no-brainer and so much easier for me to be in love with me. When I say I am so in love with me, it's almost like saying I am therefore so in love with me. Just like God responding to Moses said, I am that I am. Tell them I am hath sent you. So why is it that God is saying God's name twice? I am that I am. There's a power in that. In essence, God is saying, I am above, that I am also below. I am God, that I am also man, woman. I am within, therefore, or I am within, that I am also without. I am that I am. I am, therefore, I am. And so let's grow in this frequency. What we wanted to do, beloveds, is build a love prayer tribe, or prayer love tribe. Because the more of us who are in the resonance of this mantra, I am so in love with me, the more powerful it becomes. Just like when a whole group of people start a flame with one candle, and one person lights the next person's candle, and they light the next person's candle, and on and on and on. We want to light a lot of candles. And happy Good Friday to you, this day of crucifixion, when they crucified the Master Christ. And we all have our own crucifixions to bear, you see. And even though the Master was crucified, there was this resurrection and ascension. Just as no matter what your trials and tribulations are, there is meant to be a resurrection and an ascension. You are meant to be empowered, not in spite of the challenges of your life, but because of the challenges of your life. Just like the Master Christ resurrected and ascended, not in spite of the crucifixion, but because of the crucifixion. Beloved, you are meant to be empowered by everything. Open and allow that reality. I am so in love with me, therefore empowered by everything. Walk in the light. Walk in the mastery. Walk in the true resonance of all that you are. Allow the candles to be lit one to the other. Allow your being to be lit up. I have a prayer that I wrote, and I want to share this because it's a powerful, powerful frequency. I just wrote it this morning, or actually wrote it, this afternoon. However, prior to that, this morning, I had a meditation. And in my meditation, I meditated using the mantra, I am so in love with me. And how I did it is I exhaled, I am. And I inhaled, so in love with me. And the key was that in my exhale, I elongated the I am. It was like, I am. And then I inhale, so in love with me. And sometimes they were of different lengths. And at the same time, I had the tip of my tongue touching the center of the roof of my mouth. And I used what some call in yoga the Ujjayi breath, which is basically a breath like is a laser. It creates a laser impact of power within the breath. And what happens is the windpipe is closed to maybe about only 25% of its usual opening. And it creates this powerful laser-like connection. Play around with that. You'll find an amazing power in it. Tip of the tongue, touching the center of the roof of the mouth, inhaling, so in love with me, exhaling, I am. Exhaling, I am. Inhaling, so in love with me. Oh my God, beloved, the depths and the heights that I touched in this meditation was beyond words. It was a slam dunk miracle. And whenever I experience things that are amazing for me, I always want to share it with my beloveds because I am so in love with you. And that is enlightened self-interest because you are my own self by extension. Feel the frequency that I'm resonating in, beloved. I'm on fire right now. And I'm sharing it with you. I want you to open and recognize that I am your own self by extension. And the joy and the bliss that I am resonating in is your bliss by extension. Allow me to light your fire, light your candle, and you go forth and light the fire and light the candles of others. So here's the prayer. Receive this as if it was spoken from your own heart and your own mind and your own soul. This is meditation prayer on the mantra, I am so in love with me. I am so in love with me. Therefore, I honor the whole of my life, the pain and the joy. I am so in love with me. Therefore, I am empowered by all experiences. All circumstances are servant unto my highest good. I am so in love with me. Therefore, I am a blessing to everyone I meet, and they are a blessing to me. I have joy because of sorrow. I have peace because of pain. I have faith in a great tomorrow, a beautiful tomorrow, and sunshine throughout the rain. I am so in love with me. Therefore, I celebrate all my contributions to life and know that I make a monumental impact upon the expansion of life. Life is better by virtue of me. And this is true even when I stumble in human forgetfulness. The universal expanse of my being remembers for me that which I have forgotten. I am so in love with me. Therefore, I choose to remember who I really am as my own version of the Most High and the whole universe. I am so in love with me. Therefore, I choose to see the possibility of divine redemption for every being. I have the universe's back as the universe has my back. I believe in myself and I believe in you. I believe so much in myself that I offer my blessings to my Creator. I love my creative expression and bring forth delightful creations. I celebrate your creative expression and the wonderful creations you bring forth. I am so in love with me. Therefore, I am in the arms of my beloved, walking hand in hand, bringing ascension to all. I am so in love with me. Therefore, I feel the presence of my lavish abundance, fashioned out of the fabric of my own mind and soul. My being is one of infinite prosperity. All my wealth and riches are real in this very moment. My abundance is always immediate. Now is my access code to all wealth. I am therefore a billionaire of being, allowing my expression as a multi-billionaire. I am so in love with me. Therefore, my consciousness of God is the true reality of my supply. I am therefore aware of my God self, the Christ within, as my source and my supply. I honor that the origin, let me back up. I honor that the origin of my abundance is the womb of the great within, the great femifestation, the creator of all manifestations. I am so in love with me. Therefore, I am who I really am. I live, move, and have my being as the presence of the divine. Divine mind is the all-providing activity within me, pouring forth my limitless supply. That which I allow for me, I also allow for the all that is. In realizing that my inner being is the root of my supply, I therefore also realize that first and foremost, I am my own inner money substance, and my outer money is the offspring of God within me. My inner money substance is the primordial cause, and my outer money is the material effect. Outer money, people, places, and conditions are the privileged conduits through which my unlimited supply flows from the wellspring of my inner source. I am so in love with me. Therefore, the principle of my supply is always in action, manifesting the immediate fulfillment of all my needs and desires. I trust my inner supply to instantly and continually crystallize and form circumstances and experiences of my needs and desires fulfilled. I am therefore in a constant living meditation, resonating the light of this truth. I am so in love with me. Therefore, I let go and let God pour forth the all-sufficiency of abundance into my life and affairs. Divine consciousness within me lovingly fulfills this responsibility. My true nature is to always be abundant. I honor, allow, and embrace the truth of my abundant supply. The kingdom of heaven is my own. God is my source. God is my substance. God is my supply. I am so in love with me. Therefore, I am source. I am substance. I am supply. I invoke, decree, and dream awake the full cellular ascension of my being. Physical, mental, emotional, spiritual in this now. With the full support of God, Goddess, the ascended master realm to include our ascended master self, Father Saint Germain, Sananda, the Holy Mother Mary, Kuan Yin, Goddess of Mercy, Archangel Michael and the legions, Ashtar and the entire command, Babaji, Raphael, Gabriel, clan of the trumpet angels, aboriginal and tribal shaman, goddesses of fortune, angels of light, Elohim, clan of the serpents, Shiva, all Christ frequencies, all animal totems, elementals of fire, air, water, and earth, all divine beings of light, love, and ascension, named and unnamed, to activate the cells within my being, who are your counterparts. With the unified power of the One, I decree my highest good always operating in this now. I decree grace and mercy always operating in this now. I invoke, decree, and dream awake the full reality of ascension in this now. I invoke and dream awake with every breath that I breathe the violet fire transmuting my whole being. I invoke and dream awake the full current of ascension in every cell of my being. I am ascended. I am, therefore, so in love with me. That's the kind of love you want to have for yourself. And I invite you to watch this video several times and allow that download of that prayer to flow. All is well in the kingdom of this sacred moment. I mean, life is delicious. Life is beautiful. And I appreciate you. And to see, oh my God. And then say, okay, now we want to, let's see, done. Okay, yeah, I want to see which beloveds are talking to me. Okay, Julie Greer, Jeffrey Poe, Ariella, Anita, Andy Lee Ham. Oh, my beloveds, I'm here, beloved, to remind you of who you really are. We are powerful in our togetherness. You know, in a previous video, I shared some things about the 3 layers of giving and the 3 layers of love. So when I say I am so in love with me, first and foremost is given to me individually. And then by extension, it is given to the all that is, because to truly be in love with me, I must not only love my individual self, but my universal self, my unividuality. You see, so the first layer of the cake, see, 3-layered cake, but it's still just one cake. First layer, the love given unto self. I am so in love with me individually. And then it extends to the all that is. And then out of grace, the all that is, once again, gives it back to the individual selfhood. So it becomes 3 times given. And so anything that we do for our own self, we want to be consciously aware of the fact that by extension, it is also given unto the all that is. And then the all that is gives it back to us. So this life of ours is a beautiful life. And I want you to resonate on the Christ, no matter what religion you are, because Christ is not really about a religion, but rather about a principle. Christ is about the microcosmic extension of Godhood. That's what the sonship really is. And the sonship is the property of male or female. You see, each one of you is an expression of the Christ. That's God in a body. The microcosmic expression of God, who is the macrocosmic, all that is. You know, be at resonance with your Christ, I am it. That's the real resonance of Christianity. You know, the mystic Christianity is Christ, I am it. And the Christ principle within us is the mediator. That's something that mediates between that which is above and that which is below, that which is in heaven and that which is on earth. Our liaison, the Christ principle, escorts us home. So own that. Own the Christ principle within you, and you will be owning your Godhood. And even if you call it by another name, it's the microcosm of the macrocosmic God essence. Life is beautiful, beloved. It's time to dance in the beauty that life is. And even when there's trials and tribulations and difficulty, we want to bless the darkness, make it right, reverse the tide, and free the light. Because it is wise not to despise it. Use that dung to fertilize it, for life's greatest connoisseur gets the best crops from the best manure. That fertilizer, that glorified shit, can be transformed into something that works on our behalf. When fertilizer, aka glorified waste, dumped on the soil never gave a complaint. The soil never said, oh man, you dumped on me, but rather the soil went into the wisdom of the alchemy and yielded a richer crop, not in spite of the waste, but because of the waste. And so, beloved, yield a richer crop of your life experiences. You know, of the difficult experiences that you go through, yield a richer crop. Not so much in spite of those difficulties, but because of them. Everything was meant to be your ally. You are meant to be empowered by everything. I am meant to be empowered by everything. I am so in love with me. Therefore, I am so in love with you. Own the eternal nature of love. Love's an eternal happening. Love is our birthright. Love is our nature. Open and let this love vibration penetrate to the inner recesses of your soul. Own your love, own your light, own your wisdom, own your peace, own your power, own your abundance, own your brotherhood, own your sisterhood, own your forgiveness, own your self-acceptance. No more renting with option to buy. Own it all. I love you so much. I am Astarius Miraculi, and I champion you. I am your champion, your ascension ambassador, your astrologer, your vocal harmonic healer. Reach out to me if any of these services would be of benefit to you. Be sure and go to my website, Astarius.com, Astarius.com. And I'm speaking also specifically to those of my beloveds who've been thinking about it over and over again. I want to reach out to Astarius and you just haven't picked up the phone to call or went to my website and made a connection. I feel numerous individuals that want to connect at a deeper level. Now it's time to stop hesitating and move forward. Let me receive you on a deeper level. Again, the website, Astarius.com, Astarius.com. Private line available in the regular phone mode or through WhatsApp. And that number is 928-254-9535. That's 928-254-9535. Go to my website, hear some sound clips, read some excerpts from my books, and if it pleases your heart, order something. You know, we come together to reveal one another to each other. I got your back. Please have my back. So I wish you all the best, beloved. Be empowered. Be the light that you are. And rise in the full majesty of your own being. Give yourself a big hug from me. Pinch yourself on all four cheeks, top and bottom. That's a sweet cheekaboo, baby. Oh. So life is delicious. Life is wonderful. Remember that. And remember the glory of your soul. Aho Ashe, Amen Namaste, Hortepin Lakesh, Alakin Shalom, Satnam Hariom Rastafari. May you always have many miles on your smile. Your juice is infinitely cooked and ever expanding Justafari. May you always have many miles on your smile, wiggle in your giggle, tingling in your boots, laughter ever after, put in your strut, wings on your butt, always rising up at the top. There's room for all. It's just the bottom that's crowded, y'all. And so it is. And so it shall eternally be. I am so in love with me. Therefore, I am so in love with you. Oh, hey. Take care.